What if loving your best friend meant letting the entire world believe you're enemies? That's the heartbreaking core of Wicked, a story that completely flips everything you thought you knew about the Land of Oz. It's not just a prequel, it's a re-examination of good, evil, and the painful choices we make for the ones we love. Today, we're diving deep into the ending of Wicked, exploring why its final moments are some of the most powerful and tragic in musical theater history. Forget the melting witch and the sparkly good witch. The real story is so much more complicated. Let's start with the central friendship between Elphaba and Glinda. Their bond is the sun around which the entire story orbits. From the moment they meet at Shiz University, they are polar opposites. Glinda is popular, bubbly, and seemingly shallow. Elphaba is an outcast, misunderstood, and fiercely intelligent. Yet, against all odds, they form a deep, genuine connection. They change each other. Elphaba learns to see the good in people, and Glinda learns to care about things beyond her own reflection. But this friendship was never meant to survive the corrupt political landscape of Oz. As Elphaba stands up against the wizard's oppressive regime, she is branded the Wicked Witch of the West. Glinda, desperate to maintain her position and protect herself, is forced to become the public face of the opposition. Glinda, the good. Their private love for each other is twisted into a public rivalry, a painful charade that tears them both apart. It poses a devastating question. Can a friendship survive when the world demands you become enemies? Now, let's talk about Elphaba's ultimate choice. She faces a crossroads that defines her entire journey. She has immense power, more than anyone in Oz, including the wizard himself. She could have seized control, ruled with an iron fist, and forced the world to bend to her will. Think about it. She could have exposed the wizard as a fraud, revealed the truth about the talking animals, and remade society in her own image. But Elphaba isn't a villain seeking power. She's a revolutionary, fighting for truth. She realizes that ruling Oz wouldn't fix it. The system itself is broken. To truly save the ones she loves and protect the animals from further persecution, she has to disappear. Her death is a calculated sacrifice. She chooses to erase herself from the story so that the truth she fought for can have a chance to grow in the quiet spaces she leaves behind. She gives up everything: her name, her home, her friend, not for power, but for the greater good. It's the ultimate act of selflessness, proving she was never wicked at all. And this brings us to Glinda's silent sacrifice. On the surface, Glinda gets everything she ever wanted. She becomes the beloved ruler of Oz, adored by the public, draped in glitter and glamour. She has the fame, the power, and the title, but it's all hollow. Her victory is her greatest loss. To maintain this facade, she has to publicly celebrate the death of her best friend, the only person who ever truly saw her for who she was. Every time the citizens of Oz cheer for her, it's a dagger in her heart. She is trapped in a golden cage, forced to live a lie that upholds the very system that destroyed Elphaba. She wins the world but loses her soulmate. Her final moments in the show, where she stands alone on her balcony, waving to a cheering crowd with tears in her eyes, is one of the most heartbreaking images in theater. She is a prisoner of her own success, forever mourning the friend she had to pretend to hate. This entire tragedy is built on a single, world-saving lie that Elphaba is dead. The melting of the Wicked Witch is a staged event, a piece of political theater designed to end a war. Elphaba allows the world to believe she has been vanquished so that Oz can finally have peace. The civil unrest, the fear, the division, it all evaporates with her supposed death. In this narrative, the hero has to become the villain in the history books. She accepts the label of wicked so that Glinda can be good, and so the people of Oz can sleep soundly, believing the monster has been slain. It's a profound commentary on how history is written by the victors. The truth is messy and complicated, but the public craves a simple story of good versus evil. Elphaba gives them that story at the cost of her own legacy. She sacrifices her reputation to save a world that never even tried to understand her. This brings us to the song for good. If you think this is just a sweet goodbye song, you're missing the profound pain beneath the surface. It's the emotional climax of the entire show. When Elphaba and Glinda sing this duet, they aren't just saying farewell, they are acknowledging the permanent, irreversible impact they have had on each other's lives. The lyrics, "I have been changed for good," have a double meaning. Yes, they have changed each other for the better, but they have also been changed for good, as in forever. There is no going back. This is their final moment together, a stolen, secret goodbye before they are separated for the rest of their lives. It's a song about loving someone so much that you have to let them go, knowing you can never see them again. It's about accepting that some connections are so powerful they transcend physical presence. But that doesn't make the separation any less agonizing. The beauty and the tragedy of this song lie in its acceptance of a permanent loss. So, why did all of this happen? The answer lies with the wizard. He wasn't afraid of Elphaba's magic. He was terrified of her intelligence and her refusal to be controlled. The wizard is a fraud, a man with no real power who rules through propaganda and fear. Elphaba, with her innate magical talent and, more importantly, her unshakable moral compass, is a direct threat to his entire regime. She can't be bought, she can't be silenced, and she can't be intimidated. The wizard's campaign to label her wicked isn't about her green skin or her spells. It's a classic political smear campaign against a powerful woman who dares to question authority. Oz didn't fear a witch, it feared a woman who wouldn't stay in her place. The story is a powerful allegory for how society often demonizes strong, outspoken women who challenge the status quo. And that leads us to the true, rewritten ending. Elphaba doesn't die. She doesn't lose. In a secret, final twist, we see that she and Fiyero, her love, have escaped together. They are leaving Oz behind forever, to live a life in anonymity, free from the judgment and politics that tried to destroy them. This isn't a defeat, it's the ultimate victory. She doesn't just survive, she escapes the narrative that was written for her. The story that tried to paint her as a villain fails. She gets her happily ever after, but it's one that no one in Oz will ever know about. Only the audience is let in on the secret. And Glinda is left to rule, forever carrying the weight of their shared secret. The ending of Wicked is a masterful subversion of our expectations. The wicked witch gets to be free. The good witch is left in a gilded cage, and the line between good and evil is blurred forever. It reminds us that history is just a story, and the truth is often hidden in the parts that are never told. Thank you so much for watching. What part of Wicked's ending impacts you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content. See you next time.